our witnesses, thank you for being here. And we will now begin with our first witness, Ms. Tsao.
Chair Merkley, Co-Chair McGovern, members of the Commission, thank you for holding this important hearing and for asking me to share my thoughts on the case of the Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai. Indeed, Peng Shuai has become a special kind of a political prisoner. Peng Shuai revealed how she was forced into a sexual relationship with Zhang Gaoli, former vice premier and member of the CCP Politburo Standing Committee. Despite repeated reassurance from the Chinese government and the International Olympic Committee, questions about her well-being remain. Meanwhile, the Women's Tennis Association's decision to suspend all tournaments in China has raised the moral question for all of us. I will address these two aspects of the Peng Shuai incident. China's treatment of Peng Shuai followed a familiar playbook, namely censorship, denial of sexual assault allegations, a concerted propaganda campaign, and a staged TV confession. Both Peng Shuai's Weibo post and her account were deleted. A WTA-affiliated WeChat account posts only news and photos of tennis events. Chinese netizens are censored for mentioning Peng Shuai or the WTA. In short, the Chinese government has erased any discussion about Peng Shuai inside China. Outside China, Chinese overseas state media and the IOC have carried out a propaganda campaign. In the email purportedly from Peng Shuai to WTA, Peng Shuai denied sexual assault allegations and asked the WTA cease to talk about her without her consent. After WTA announced the suspension of tournaments in China, the IOC issued a troubling statement parroting CCP's official language on, quote, human rights, end quote, urging quiet diplomacy to address concerns over Peng Shuai. Such unlikely unison raises suspicions that the IOC was coordinating with the CCP to suppress the matter. In mid-December, a pro-Beijing newspaper in Singapore posted a video interview with Peng Shuai in which she stated that she had never accused anyone of sexually assaulting her and that she had no reason to travel overseas. An important takeaway from this interview is that the Chinese government doesn't really care whether you recognize the interview as staged or not. By getting Peng Shuai to say what she is scripted to say, China established the new ground for going forward. Now that Peng Shuai herself has spoken, what else do you want? So what comes next? Since Chinese player Li Na won the French Open in 2011, interest in women's tennis skyrocketed in China. By 2019, before the pandemic, the WTA was holding over 20 events a year in China. In 2018, the WTA signed a 10-year contract with China to hold its season finals in Shenzhen. China needs the WTA to develop a women's tennis, and the WTA was poised to expand into the Chinese market and profit big. So far, WTA is not backing down from its demands for verifiable proof of Peng Shuai's safety and the investigation into her allegation of sexual assault. WTA also confirmed that they have not been able to speak to Peng Shuai, quote, in an environment where we know she's not being really controlled, end quote. After the Winter Olympics, we will see more CCP maneuvers try to bring the WTA to its knees. China has gotten used to foreign businesses bowing to its demands. The WTA's position is an unacceptable offense. Now, nobody is against the money, but our businesses, universities, and sports leagues don't seem to fully grasp that to eat at the CCP's pig trough, you will have to turn into a pig, shed away your principles. It's long past due that we have a hard look at the way we strike deals with the CCP China. And if we don't, we stand to lose ourselves in the process. It's already happening. Thank you very much.